Hey, 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 I'm talking to you. It's the Jackie Jett Show. Welcome to you. I want you to know something. The Vietnam War has gone on far too long. It's got to come to a stop. LBJ, you need to get our men out of Vietnam. You need to get them out now. I know that it's possible I may lose my show for being so controversial about this subject, but the Vietnam War has got to come to an end. Bring our troops home, bring them home now. Bring them back to the US of A. This is where they belong. The war in Vietnam has gone on for too long. Too long. On tonight's show, we're going to be having a very, very entertaining guest. We're going to have some business owners. One of them is Loretta Jones. Loretta Jones is a relative of Edna Jean Robinson, you might know. And she's going to be coming here talking about her business. And we're also going to be going out and talking to a gentleman named Jeremy at Titan Comic Book Store, who's just he's the comic guru of Dallas, Texas. So don't turn that television dial, because if you do, it'll be a bad choice in television. Bad choice. We'll be right back after this.
I can't breathe in this thing! Ouch!
Hello, I'm Oprah Winfrey's wannabe.
Oprah Winfrey.
It's me, Jackie Jett, appearing for you, our one and only viewer. Look who I've got for you today. I want you to know that I went and got Loretta Rubenstein Jones. She was born Loretta Bernice Robinson. And yes, she is related to Edna Jean Robinson, but we don't want to dwell on that today, because she's more than just being related to someone famous. So, well, first of all, Loretta, how are you related to Edna Jean?
Hey, doll.
Hey.
It's Rubenstein.
Rubenstein, I'm so sorry.
I'm Edna Jean's aunt.
Uh-huh.
From Opelika, Alabama.
Right.
Her father's sister.
And so do you stay in contact with Edna Jean?
Absolutely. We love what Edna Jean is doing.
Right.
It's the twin. Do you know about the twin?
The brother?
Twin? No, the sister, Elizabeth.
Oh.
Edna Jean's sister,
What
Elizabeth. She has totally just gone off to New York City, the House of Sin, and forgotten about the Robinson family altogether. Now, we are really proud of Edna Jean.
Well, is it true that, is this the sister that got involved in the porno industry? So there's no smoking in the studio. No smoking in the, DCTV does not allow smoking. They do not allow smoking nor nudity. No smoking in the studio. Please, Loretta. Am I not speaking English?
I can't smoke.
No.
Oh.
You cannot smoke. Now,
Would you like a cigarette?
no, I don't smoke. Paul smokes and drinks. Paul, you cannot smoke.
Okay.
More than just being related to Edna Jean, though, you're a successful businesswoman. And
Thank you.
Before we talk about this business, because that is why you're here, before you talk about the business, won't you tell our viewer all the jobs that you had before you became the successful business person?
Well, you know, like most women from Opelika, Alabama, started working at the Dairy Queen.
Right.
And they taught me good management skills and people and customer service skills, which led me all the way up to management.
At the Dairy Queen?
At the Dairy Queen.
Whoa.
We moved to Ardmore, Oklahoma, where we started servicing trailer parks. My husband, he was the handyman, and I started renting the lots.
Husband number
3.
3. Mm-hmm.
Diddlehopper.
Uh-huh.
Tom Diddlehopper.
Tom Diddlehopper.
Died of heart disease.
Oh, that's so sad. Did he smoke?
No.
Go ahead.
After the trailer park, I figured everyone was coming to me. I want this rented. I want my septic tank. I need this. I need some new shelving. I need this. I need. And I saw the need. So I started Trailer Park Services.
Whoa.
It's taken off like a charm.
Who would have ever thought of that? No, smoking. You can't smoke here.
That's right.
You can smoke in about 10 minutes. You can't smoke here. So did the business just start small and grow and grow?
It started out really big.
Oh,
and it's gotten huge.
Big, huge.
Big, huge. I'm all the way from Balk Springs to Little Rock, Arkansas. You need a trailer moved, you call Loretta. You need a trailer just moved down the street, you call Loretta. You need your septic tank cleaned out, you call Loretta. Loretta Jones, right there in Balk Springs, Texas. I'll take care of all your trailer park needs. You got a trailer park for sale? I will sell it. You got a trailer for sale? I will sell it. You got a whirlpool that needs fixing? I've got a whirlpool man that can fix it. You've got any kind of trailer park need? I've got a solution.
Let me ask you this. Did Edna Jean help finance this business at all?
Business owners.
Darling, you're cutting into my smoking time.
I know. It's just a few more minutes, and you can smoke 10 of them then. Did Edna Jean help finance this in any way?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Now, I do want to, I'm wondering...
I'll tell you what, though, every time she goes to the set or some sort of studio, there's always somebody there that's got a trailer. There's always a card in Edna Jean's purse. Ask her next time. She's got a Loretta Jones card right there in Balk Springs, Texas. You look me up. Trailer park needs, call Loretta.
And septic tanks.
Anything you need for that trailer, because you know I certainly don't want you walking through your trailer park lot. Lot 60, lot 42, I don't want you running through it with the septic tank overflowing in the grass, squish, 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 to put up your laundry.
Well, what is this, though, about you being Jewish? You don't appear Jewish.
My 4th husband, Rubenstein, he was a Jew.
He was.
Died of emphysema.
Smoking?
No.
Okay. And so you converted to Judaism?
I picked up the faith a little just for the sake of the kids.
And so if you're then sometimes Jewish and then sometimes what? What is your other religion?
My next husband, I hope he's going to be Protestant.
Okay.
So you're single now?
I'm single now.
You are?
Jack, are you single?
I'm
This one
not
looks a little
really.
funny to me.
I'm not really at liberty to discuss my availability with regards to that. The studio doesn't like it. But tell us.
So that means you're single?
I am single.
Okay. Porno?
No porno. You know, I did ask Edna Jean though earlier about her appearing nude on the internet, and she denied that. Do you know?
That is a falsehood, I'm sure. There is not a Robinson in this family besides Elizabeth that would do anything pornographic.
Right. Is there? Can you? I ask my guests this all the time. Is there? Can you do any impressions?
No.
None at all.
None at all. I can sound a little like Harvey if I try real hard.
A little like Harvey.
Harvey Firestein.
Oh, yeah. I can see that. Harvey Firestein.
You know that queen from New York that's in
Yes.
that Broadway show.
He's a Broadway.
On the Broadway.
Well,
Hairspray. He's currently in Hairspray.
And the Gina.
He's playing the divine
Paul,
role.
I'm asking the questions. No smoking. Paul, I'll let you know when you can
Starting
ask a
to shake
question.
there now.
Okay. I'll let you know when you can ask a question. And in the meantime, please keep it down. We're trying to conduct an interview here. Loretta, you know, we take one question from our viewer out there, and the viewer, we explain to them who you were and what you're about. And this is the question they would like to know. Loretta, what games can you play on top of or below a trailer?
Below the trailer is always fun. It's called skirting.
Uh-huh.
And you pull the skirting out and you get under there. It's cold in the summer. It is so cold under there. You pull a little dirt out, you make yourself a bed, get yourself a husband.
Wow. And have you done that? I'm assuming, oh, you can't do that here, you can't do that. Smoking, no smoking. Please, 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 please. Paul, make yourself useful, please. Now you are, you have a real sense of fashion, and I hear that you give advice to the lovelorn, so to speak.
The lovelorn. I have one advice. If you get married, separate bathrooms is the way to go. Make him use his own toothbrush, make him use his own toothpaste, make him use his own toilet. That way you got no bitching about him putting down the toilet seat. You got no bitching about him getting all the goo around the toilet, all the goo around the little toothpaste holder. Just get yourself your own bathroom.
Is that the love advice that you give? Is that the kind of advice that you give to
If
people?
you want your marriage to work, get your own bathroom.
Well, what do you have planned
I've
next?
got more love advice for you, but it has to be a little bit more technical. You know, when I was the waitress at the Eat and Get Gas truck stop in Ardmore, the people would come in, and I understand that if you're having troubles with your man, it's usually his fault.
Yes, yeah.
So you just gotta understand that you gotta play the games with your men.
Uh-huh.
Hit them in the pocketbook. They always respond to that.
They sure do. Well, I have certainly been enlightened today, haven't you, Paul?
Most definitely.
You can talk now. It's okay.
Oh, thank you.
No, Paul. You'll be able to
How much longer is
smoke
this interview gonna be,
30
darling?
seconds, and it's going to be over, then you can smoke.
I just want to say you come on down to Balk Springs, Texas, look for Loretta Jones. I'll hook you up in all your trailer park needs. Hook you up, that's the new catchphrase. Hook 'em up right there in Balk Springs.
And might I just add that if you're Jewish and looking for a trailer, this is the woman to go to.
Absolutely. If you're Protestant, if you're Baptist, if you're even Catholic,
Assembly of God
come on down. I'll hook you up with all your trailer park needs.
and septic tank requirements.
And manicures.
Who could ask for more? Thank you so much.
You're welcome, darling.
I think I will start boycotting.
If you're feeling suffocated, just breathe deep. Watch this next video.
You'll enjoy. We'll be right back.
Did you get any further information on that Wonder Woman?
Wonder Woman, Wonder Woman.
All the world's waiting for you and the power you possess. In your satin tights, fighting for your rights and the old red, white, and blue.
Wonder Woman, Wonder Woman.
You are now inside a flying saucer.
We are about to witness the takeoff of the first manned rocket to outer space.
Wonder Woman. She looked as if she had handled a bullwhip all of her life. Wonder Woman.
This is a modern demon of the 70s.
In flaming color.
No symbolism, just realism.
Oh, what do you know?
You are now inside a flying saucer.
Imagine getting signals from something way out there in space. Boy, it sure is terrific.
The invisible plane is waiting.
No symbolism, just realism.
I don't need a gun to take you, Wonder Woman. I was Nuremberg judo champ.
Oh, what do you know?
That one chick hit squad.
And this is your golden last.
This is the modern demon of the 70s.
Well, what do you know?
And this is your golden blessing.
No symbolism, just realism.
You are now inside a flying saucer.
Imagine getting signals from something way out there in space. Boy, it sure is terrific.
Wonder Woman.
Well, what do you know?
This is the modern demon of the 70s.
The invisible plane is waiting.
In flaming color.
The invisible plane is waiting.
That one chick hit squad.
Wonder Woman.
Imagine getting signals from something way out there in space. Boy, it sure is terrific. Well, what do you know?
You are now inside a flying saucer. In flaming color.
And this is your golden blessing.
Did you get any further information on that Wonder Woman?
No symbolism, just realism.
The invisible plane is waiting. Need gun to take you. Wonder Woman. I was Nuremberg judo champ.
She looked as if she had handled a bullwhip all of her life.
And this is your golden blessing.
Well, what do you know?
We are about to witness the takeoff of the first manned rocket to outer space.
You are now inside a flying saucer.
Wonder Woman.
That one chick hit squad.
This is the modern demon of the 70s. No symbolism, just realism.
In flaming color.
Well, what do you know?
She looked as if she had handled a bullwhip all of her life.
That one chick hit squad.
Wonder Woman.
In flaming color.
Need a gun to take you. Wonder Woman. I was Nuremberg judo champ.
That one chick hit squad.
What do
She
you
looked
know?
as if she had handled a bullwhip
We
all
are
of
about
her
to
life.
witness the takeoff of the first manned
Wonder
rocket to
Woman.
outer
This
space.
is your golden blessing. The invisible
Getting
plane is
signals
waiting.
from something way out there in space.
Wonder Woman.
Boy, it sure is terrific.
Wonder Woman.
In flaming color. Flaming color. In flaming color. In flaming color. In flaming color. In flaming color.
No symbolism, just realism. No symbolism, no symbolism, realism. Just no symbolism, just realism. No symbolism, no symbolism, no symbolism, just realism. No symbolism, no symbolism, realism. Just no symbolism, just realism. No symbolism, no symbolism, no realism, just realism. No symbolism, no symbolism, realism. Just no symbolism, just realism. No symbolism, no symbolism, realism.
Hey, it's Jackie Jett, and guess where I am? I'm in a comic store, and I must admit that I am probably a bit of a comic virgin, but I have with me here Mr. Jeremy Shore from Dallas, Texas, and the name of his store is called Titan Comics. And he's going to try to explain to us the concept of comic books and why they're so popular now and how I missed out on the boat on the comic book thing. So I guess my first question to you is this, Jeremy. This store is huge, and I'm wondering what percentage...
Well, everything's big in Texas.
Everything's big in Texas. But what percentage of the magazines in here are old? And when I say old, I mean classically old.
Okay.
Like myself, and those that are classically new.
Well, I would say of the stuff that's in the boxes, I've got about 70,000 different issues back out there, and of those, probably about 35,000 are ones that date before 1973.
Right. Now, this will really date me because the comic books that I read were Archie. And I also read
That's
Richie
not that
Rich.
unusual. Every kids comic, those are pretty standard kids comics.
They
actually.
are.
They've been those comics have been being published since the 40s.
And do they still make Richie Rich? And
not at the moment. No.
Most comic books today are written for adults for several reasons. It's adults have the disposable income.
Right.
You know, kids don't have a whole lot of money to spend on comic books. Therefore, you tend to write for the audience that has the available money to spend. Also, if you look at the options when you and I were kids, we didn't have video games.
Right.
Okay. We didn't have Nintendo. We didn't have Game Boys. We didn't have PCs. We didn't have all of the stuff that nowadays kids can use to fill up their time.
Even television. When I was young, television was black and white. We didn't have color. Color was like, wow, oh wow, look at this, it's a color.
Let's take a walk here. What about Beavis and Butthead? How they?
Well, I mean, they had a comic book for a while, but I mean,
prior to the show.
Oh no. The show spawned the comic.
Okay. And who's the South Park?
South Park has not done anything in comics.
They haven't.
No. Right. And from what I understand, deliberately, they have stayed away from comic books because their material, they feel their material works better as animation than comic books.
And so the Japanese have really come into play here.
Yep, I've got bookcases and bookcases full of Japanese stuff.
And why do you think the Japanese do you consider them superior in the comic book?
It's not a comparable analogy. Basically, the Japanese have a culture that's more acclimated to the kind of entertainment that comic books provide. You can read a comic book from start to finish, generally speaking, in
10 to 15 minutes.
Right. Which is perfect for a Japanese commuter, for instance. You have to remember that Japan, as a country,
is a lot of commuters.
A lot of commuters, and they sit down for 10 minutes. They read a comic book. They're done, and it's nice to have a whole start to finish story without having to put your bookmark in and go, okay, I hope I can remember where I was.
Right.
And that's the source of why their material over there, at least, is so popular. So some of the Japanese comic books sell millions.
Well, the Jackie Jett show went to Japan recently, and I noticed when I was in the subway there, overlooking the men in the subways reading their comic books with
very alcohol-laden breath,
that there were a lot of nudity, a lot of sketch nudity.
The Japanese put a lot of adult material into their comic books.
And it seemed also like, just from me overlooking on shoulders, that it seemed kind of had a S&M vibe to it.
Some of it, yes, some of it. Now, the stuff that gets published here in the States
is completely different.
The kind of comics you're talking about are called hentai. That's the Japanese word for adult comics.
Okay.
Those are published in the States. I don't carry any of them. The stuff that's all here is all PG-13 or lower rated. I don't carry any mature comics.
What comic book makes you laugh?
Barry Ween.
Barry Ween.
Yes.
And why does Barry Ween make you laugh?
He's a 10-year-old with a 350 IQ.
You're kidding.
Well, I mean, it's a comic book, of course.
Okay.
I mean, come on.
I'm forgetting. We're not in the real world here.
It's a comic book. And he does all sorts of crazy things, and it's incredibly funny.
Okay. Do for me a Jeremy laugh when, let's pretend that you're looking at this.
Okay.
And that you have just come across something that is hysterical.
Ooh, okay.
And do a laugh.
I'm trying.
Okay.
It's.
You're going to do one, then I'm going to do one, and we're going to see who can out-laugh.
Okay.
You
win.
No, do a deeper one. You do. Ready? On the count of 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. That's great. Okay, now, Battle of the Planets. What is Battle of the Planets, and why is there a battle going on of the planets?
To be totally bluntly honest, I'm not entirely sure why there's a battle going on for the planets.
It's frightening.
It's
frightening.
I honestly haven't. I read the first issue of the current comic book that's coming out. I remember some of the TV shows from when I was young, but
I have this weird thing. I don't watch a lot of television.
Right.
I did want to talk about this a bit. It's my understanding that, on the Jackie Jett show, we promote the raging, effeminate, heterosexual agenda. It's part of what we do.
Okay.
But we are very open to the gay lifestyle. And we have 2 comics that I am told are openly gay. Is that true? And they are...
These 2 characters, the Midnighter and Apollo, are their names.
And and this is Apollo. And I'd just like to note that Apollo is a little on the boxy side. And that's something I think we should take note of. Now, I know Wonder Woman is still fairly big, right?
Very big.
Still happening. And what other female comic type person is equally as who's the Wonder Woman of the millennium? I guess that's what I'm trying to ask, Mr. Jeremy.
That's a good question. There really is. She has no. She really doesn't have any comics.
She doesn't?
No. She's head and shoulders above everyone.
Why do you think she's maintained her popularity so long?
Well, it's probably because she's just one of those pure icons. I really don't know how else to describe it. The other female characters that they've come up with have all seem to all are relatively lame in one way, shape, or form. That's not to say they're not all uniformly terrible. But Wonder Woman seems to have the best description I can come up with is this classic purity to her. She's got a classical background, all that other good stuff. So.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Certainly.
We really
My
appreciate
pleasure.
it. Thank you, sir.
All right.
Au revoir.
Uh-oh, this is not good.
Hey, did you not enjoy our little visit with the comic book guy? Hey, Sistah, how are ya? Glad you could make it. It was really nice of you to show up. Did you enjoy the comic book guy? Did you learn something about comic books and about gay comic cartoon characters? Did you learn something about trailer parks and septic tanks from Loretta? I hope you did. We are cable access. We are public access. We are not the cable. We are the public. We are your shoe salesman.
We are your septic tank cleaners.
We are your auto dealers.
We are your toe jam removers.
We are your makers of treadmills.
We are your navel lint removers.
We are your teachers of mathematics.
We are your carpet cleaners.
We are your cousins, first and second.
We are your refrigerator smell good thingies.
Refrigerator smell good thingies.
We are refrigerator manufacturers.
And we manufacture other things too.
So as you see, we are the public, we are public, we are you, whether you want to admit it or not. I am you. I'm you sitting at home right now looking at the TV going, what in the hell is that on TV? Well, it's you, that's what it is. I hope you've enjoyed the show today, I really have. We've had a great time. You had a wonderful time. You know, we haven't, I was going to recite the Gettysburg Address for you a little earlier while preparing the beans and rice that we had between the first and second guest, but I couldn't remember all the words to the Gettysburg Address, so I'll have to do that for you the next time. Sistah, are you okay, honey? Honey, it's almost over, don't worry, you're okay.
She is so high maintenance.
Very high maintenance. Very high maintenance.
Stars on the show, I swear.
Sometimes when you least expect it, you'll be walking down the street. Don't be surprised when you least expect it, someone comes up to you and says, smile, you're on the Jackie Jett Show. It could happen, and it has happened. You know, I do want to say this before I go. I hear that Debbie Reynolds is in financial problems. If she comes on our show, we're willing to give her $20. So Debbie Reynolds, if you're listening and you want $20, please come on the Jackie Jett Show. I mean it. I've got the money right now.
I want those shoes though, man.
Yeah. So we're out of here now. It's been fun. You could be one of us too. Be careful.
You are one of us. You just won't admit it.
Yeah, witty repartee. 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 Witty.